Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. This is episode number 20 and an exciting one, as it is the one where I'm going to attempt to do a single stage 2 orbit, which is, in my opinion, it's the pinnacle of Kerbal Space Program, trying to get that done. I've never done one, at least not that I remember doing successfully. I have some ideas, we'll see how it all goes. But the first order of business for us is we want to pick up some new contracts, especially not that we need to do them or anything, but for money maybe. We have quite a lot of money, so hopefully I won't blow through all this on the testing, especially with reverting failed flights and all that. But I want to pick up the main mission, the main campaign series line of missions, the Kerbin World First Records Keeping Society. These missions, so the next one for us is another Explore Minmus, but this one's different. Obviously we have to orbit, go on an orbital spacewalk, and then return to Kerbin. So really not that difficult. It's barely more than what we just did, since Minmus is actually pretty easy to orbit. You're going so slow by the time you get out that far. If you launch at least from Kerbin, which is what you're going to do, unless you already have like an orbit going the wrong way or something. I don't know. Anyways, you're going slow enough at that point, that far away, that I think getting into having Minmus suck you in is not that hard. So let's accept this one. It also comes with a nice advance of about 100k. And this is a really easy one to do. I might even just do it off camera. There's basically nothing to it. In fact, I'm sure I will do it off camera if I do it at all. So I'm not going to do it on camera. Whether or not I do it is the bigger question. I also see that this one looks pretty easy to do. We just need to get up to a suborbital trajectory. So I guess that just means get out of space. Just get over 70k, and then you're fine. That's easy enough to do with some large landing gear. In fact, what I imagine that would be a very natural first mission for our SSTO to accomplish would be to just store on it a large landing gear. So I'm going to accept this one because it seems kind of goofy and fun. The other ones, I don't really know what to do. This observational study is unfortunately a little bit further away, and I know that I do have a supersonic thing, but it's not, even supersonic things still take a long time to get this far. I imagine supersonic, that would be like maybe 5-10 minutes of real life time, maybe 5 minutes. I don't want to spend 5 minutes doing nothing, so if I have to, I will, but it's not that much money. I think it's like 24k total. In fact, it might not even be worth it if I'm, unless I fly back, which is another 5 minutes, it probably won't be worth it because, well, I guess it does net us about 100k, so it probably would be worth it. But, I can't be bothered to do it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We'll probably let this one expire, which it will do in only 1 more hour, and then hopefully they give us another mission like this because I like the idea of it. There's also this gravimetric surveys. One of the missions, or 2 of the missions I actually have still that I need to figure out how to do. And let me know in the comment section if there's some simple way of doing this. I guess I've looked it up twice, I just have to watch a video on it, or something, because I have fear of not doing it correctly. And I don't mind doing something incorrectly if I'm on Kerbin and I can just, revert. But getting all the way over to the Mun and then failing to do something correctly would be very painful. I would have done so much work to just fail there. Anyway, there's these gather science, and there's this 0 to 50%. I don't fully understand it, so I probably need to watch a tutorial on that. Anyway, so the main one is plant a flag on the Mun. This would be a nice fun one to do. Should net us, 112,000 just to get somebody over to the Mun, plant a flag, get back. The mission probably would only cost about 20k, so we'll do it eventually. Maybe it'll be, I think it makes sense to do it in tandem with these other missions. But, yeah. So that's all about the contracts. And now the next thing is the science. We are actually doing great on science. And the very next thing for us is we're going to purchase this ultra expensive 1000 science. The very first 1000 science we're going to pick up, of only 4 available, is going to be this one. The aerospace tech for the Rapier engine. Now, I have it on good information, whatever the expression is, that you can do it with only the Whiplash engine. I'm not sure how true that is. Maybe I'm wrong. Lightning Dragon and I met like before this series even began. We were kind of discussing SSTOs, but I never attempted to build one. So this is all going to be completely a fresh try for me. If I've done anything with SSTOs, it was probably back in 2016, some 6 years ago, and not with any... I don't have a design in my head which I know is successful. In fact, I'm kind of like nervous, not really nervous, more excited to give this a go. Now we still have 480 science, which means if we wanted to, we can get the atomic motor stuff. We can pick up some of the other ones. And science for us should not be that hard to come by. Once I orbit Minmus, I can also bring a gravimetric, the gravity guy. And then I can get all the different biomes, or not all the different biomes, but at least several different biomes, and bring back a plentiful amount of science from that. So we're probably not going to be hurting for science for the rest of the game, which I don't know how long the series will go for. I'm expecting that this will be the last video. But that's enough about this first part. I think it's time to cut away, and I'm going to start maybe fool around with any of the missions. I don't think so. I guess the first thing I need to do is start experimenting with SSTOs, and then I don't want to design them all on camera. It'll be failure after failure. What I think I'll do is maybe cut back in when I finish designing something, showcase it, maybe do a brief test on it, and then, we'll scrap it when it fails, which it probably will. Happy little accidents after all. And then we'll move on to the next design. But I won't do all the designing on camera, otherwise this episode could be like hours in length or multiple episodes, which I'm trying to not do. So anyways, I'll see you back in a bit. Okay, well this is a really interesting thing. I don't know what I'm doing at all here, but this is the Icarus 1. Icarus, very, very intentionally chosen name here. I'm sure you can understand why. So this is probably going to be a failure, but I put this is the whole idea. This will be a series of failures. I put 2 Whiplash engines on, so we have 2 Ramjets. They only have 1 intake, so this is just, I'm just realizing how bad of a decision this is not to... There's almost no way we get enough air intake, right? Probably not. Anyway, I'm going to try to get as much air as we can. And I have these engine pre-coolers, which I'm not sure if that's going to help anything. I took out the oxidizer from the Mark II type stuff. So, I don't know. If nothing else, I can say that the design looks kind of cool. But, I don't know, style points really help you get any higher into the air. Kerbal usually doesn't work that way. Sometimes pretty much the opposite. So let's take her out for a spin. I have not tested this design yet, so that I could be missing something very basic, in which case it's back to the drawing board real fast. Quick reversion. Oh my god, why? What? Oh no. What? What? Just go. Go. I don't understand it. Why? What is going on? She's airborne. Doesn't matter. She's airborne. Witnessing that? Were you seeing what I was seeing? Good lord, this thing is fast! Oh my goodness. Okay, so what I want to be doing is keeping track of the profile here, so we can kind of figure out what's going on, get a feel for what we have. Thrust is going up, fuel flow is going up. Let's take a look at air. Flow is going down. Effective airspeed is going up, though. Oh my gosh, this thing is so fast! Is it gonna have... Are we gonna burn up? Yeah, we're gonna burn up. Oh, and Jebediah apparently going to Minmus was enough to get Mark II. So, that's so cool. Let me also take a look at this part if we can. So we have front, rear, effective air should be more. I think this one's a little higher because it has the 15 meters per second intake, and this is only 5, so it should be 10 higher. Oh, we lost enough. We're only at 26,000. Of course, we are still climbing like a rocket, but we lost enough air to do anything at 26,000 or so, which means that we're in for a long descent. By the way, I mentioned that mission over here would be too far away. I might have to take that back. Let's see. We have pretty good control. Are we able to actually do anything? We're up to 40,000. So this is awesome. This thing is definitely my new. It's definitely my new supersonic flyer. Get rid of the old Panther. Out with the old, in with the new. I think we, unfortunately, because we don't have enough atmosphere here, we're going to have to actually wait for gravity to take us in. The only question I have is I wonder if this thing could actually get us to suborbital. We made it to 40,000. Now we're going to crash like super, super hard. And I want to make sure that we have barely any engines. Good to know, though, that this was not enough. And we just blew through the fuel. My goodness, we blew through the fuel. We're already, I mean, there's not like we have a ton of fuel here. We have 1, 2, 3 fuel containers, really. Nope, we have 4, 5. And this is the re-entry process, which I'm a little nervous about. I mean, we were going 1,300 before we entered, so this shouldn't be a problem. In theory, I want to rotate. I'm actually surprised we have any control at all. I mean, this thing is this is super cool. I don't know if I've ever made anything like this before. I may never have, now I'm thinking I've never made an SSTO because these Whiplash engines were so good, but I did not expect that. Anyway, we're gonna re-enter and slow down a little bit. I don't really need to be turning. Probably shouldn't be. But I do want to go back the way we came eventually. Okay, we have engines. Keep them very low for the moment. Are we able to turn now? I'm turning off SAS so I can get a better feel for what the airplane's trying to do. Yeah, I think we're doing okay. We're going back easily into the atmosphere. It's obviously very hard to turn when you're going like 3, 4, 5 times the speed of sound. So, yeah, kind of understandable. 5 times the speed of sound, it's a little hard to turn. But that's okay. We'll get there eventually. We're slowly turning, and our descent has definitely decreased. Question now is if I floor this thing. Oh my gosh, it's so cool! Really needs more gimbling. Need to head back. What direction? Yeah, almost to west. Whoa! Getting the shakes. Let me switch over to smaller directions. Okay, let's turn on an SAS. I'm a grown man. I can tell when I've been defeated by the shakes. The Kraken. Went almost. So, okay, once I get to around, this is pretty low atmosphere. This is probably like a good cruising altitude, I'm guessing, around this. So let's get to more or less level flight, if we can. And then let's gun it. Alright, show us what you can do. And nose down a little bit. It is self-limiting. Around... Oh my god. So this is good feedback though. Around 1450 we're going to have some problems controlling heat. Which means this may not be a good re-entry vessel. Since re-entry could happen, around 2000. It is awesome that we are able to run these experiments. The Icarus 1 is not going to live up to its name. It's actually not going to blow up. I think it's equilibrium of thermal equilibrium now. We're not gaining any more heat. It is interesting why at the same altitude, and we should be going down a little bit more, why at the same altitude are we getting less airflow though? It should only be increasing, right? Speed is going up, why is flow going down? Flow's going up here. This is a supersonic intake. Man, 1400. I mean, that... You can see even that took, you know, like a minute or two to go this far. So yeah, it's not out of the... It probably would be like 10 minutes to get all the way over there. Okay, we need to angle a little bit more. Some of the parts are not happy. Some of the parts mainly being this shock cone intake. Off by a little bit. It does not like to do this. But the flow, okay, this intake is nothing. We get 120 out of this, we get 3 out of that. I'm just gonna take that off. It's a waste. It does nothing. Although, it may do something at low speeds. Yeah, okay. So I didn't have anything like flaps on this, but let's quickly cause our aircraft to slow down. Just able to do incredibly fast. Everything about this aircraft is fast. We are rapidly losing speed while diving almost straight down. Which just goes to show you how crazy this aircraft is. Can she land? I guess we gotta find out. I didn't activate any 1, 2, 3 type stuff. Don't have any hotkeys for flaps. But she is cooling off nicely. Man, what a dream. The Icarus 1. She was called the Icarus 1 fully. I can only speak very honestly. My full intention there was, oh yeah, we're going to need like an Icarus 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to have to iterate a bunch to get a design which works. But this might just maintain itself as the Icarus. And it is very appropriate, I think, because it cannot fly too high. If it flies too high, it loses air. So this is going to be the Icarus. I love it. It's perfect. We basically have to kill all speed to have any hope of landing. And I might deploy these. Oh boy. The other ones had to semi-deploy just to, you know, counteract the whatever else is going on. So I probably don't want these deployed though. I want these deployed. Let's invert those as well. And that I will leave on. Okay. So we're going to climb right now because of that, but let's get the gear down. Which are medium gears. I don't know why I went with them. They're probably not... I mean, that's probably the reason why we're having such jankiness. Oh god, the jankiness. Oh no. Well, I'll have to get off as, you know, just end the... What is going on with the jankiness? We're without SAS right now, so the thing flies very nicely. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! Why? Why? Okay, stop, stop, stop! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, you know what? We don't need to... It was awesome that we did that, but I don't... You know what? No, I do want to recover this thing. I want to see if there's anything interesting. If I can. Come on. Come on! God damn it. Okay, I did Space Center. Can I just revert it from there? Okay, we got 23,606. We did get 100% from being way over there. Okay, that's good to know. 23,606. Okay, not bad. We only lost 200. So there was no benefit to us recovering there. I could have reverted. But, wow, okay, so we're going to have to do some changes, though. I think what we're going to have to do is remove these landing gear. Let me call this the Icarus 2, and... yeah, swap the landing gear out. Oops. Well, anyways, I can do that another time. Or right now. Are the small landing gear going to have the same problem, I wonder? almost didn't. Oh, okay, first of all, let's see there. Because this would make it a little bit lighter, right? These are 0.05 and these are 0.25, so they're 5 times heavier. Should give us a little bit more and then a little bit less weight. Let's see how things are lining up. Yeah, I think I would like to slide all the wings forward. I got a little bit of extra lift from the ailerons, and I don't know, or what are they called? Elevator? I mean, they're a combination of two things, right? And we got to get rid of this thing since... Well, actually, no. So let me save this as the Icarus 2 and launch real fast. So the Ramjet version will be the Icarus, and I'll probably have the Daedalus be the one that can actually make it into space, which would make sense. We are still slightly Kraken-esque. I think what I'm going to have to do is slide these all the way back. All right, let me just do a quick test. Yeah, flow at the very beginning is very good for the supersonic. Doesn't have too much control on the climb. Could probably stand to increase its number of ailerons. Maybe add another on elevons. What are these called again? There's a special name for them. Elevons, yeah. Straight vertically down descent, not always ideal. Let's try to get this one. I need to invert this. And then try to come in at this weird angle. If we can land it, that'd be great. Yeah, the shock cone, even the shock cone has 47 at low speeds. I don't know. Oh boy, this is bad. What do you mean bad? What are you talking about bad? It's perfect. It's all... Okay, really? Not bad. Yeah, okay, so I think what I need to do is slide those back and increase the brakes. Okay, I'm going to revert this one. No reason to keep that, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, so there's a little bit of tweaking to be done, but I'm going to leave this Icarus 2 where it is. And now we're going to start to work on the Daedalus, which obviously I cannot get to space. I mean, it's cool. You're watching me on the path of self-discovery. We cannot get to space using the Whiplash, although I love the heck out of them. That was so fun. Airplanes in Kerbal Space Program, honestly, they are the most fun to make. I don't care. Rockets are cool and everything, but I'm sorry. An SSTO is the coolest thing you can do in this game. So with that said, I'm going to cut away again and start thinking about Daedalus. I have no idea how it's going to go. But that's what we're here for, so let's get to it. I thought I'd just bring you back in for this quick test. I was just going to go and test the new landing gear position, which is a little bit different. Haven't even added the whatever, but I decided, what if we just do a 45-degree angle descent upward? Can I get to space? I can get to space! The huge problem with this is the re-entry is going to be painful. Yes, I think that painful is the right word to describe it. I'm pretty sure that once we re-enter, this thing is going to be kaputski. I'm going to preempt. Yeah, so let's put this here. Let's leave this there. I hope I don't run out of electric charge. Will this work? I don't know. I mean, our orbital speed is only 1,000 right now. Maybe it will work. All right, here we go. This is quite some speed. If I can, I'd like to keep it a little bit angled up. Gonna start in the atmosphere now. 1,300. We know that this can handle 1,400, right? So it should be fine. This is just crazy. I love this thing so much. I'm gonna take it home and marry it. Just full up on the pitch. Divertless becomes less effective around 800 meters per second. So we should see it. No, was it 600 or 800? Forget now. Wow, this thing is just a dream. It can easily go suborbital. In fact, now I'm going to go complete that mission by doing exactly what I just did, very easily getting into space on a suborbital trajectory, and then subsequently deploying the large landing gear. Because you know what? It can do it. It's amazing. This thing is so cool. Anyways, I guess I'll cut away here since there's no point in bringing you back home with me. In fact, I'll probably revert since there's no reason to keep this flight at all. But yeah, this is great. This is fun. I think the SSTO is going to have to be 2 episodes long because this is just too much fun playing around with this thing. Look, I'm not arguing it's not stupid, but sometimes you just gotta try. So that's what we're gonna do with the Icarus 3. I just want to see, like, would more shock cone it takes to make a difference? Maybe yes, maybe no. Okay, so here we go. I don't know anything about this design yet. First time I'm testing it. Just a baby concept in my brain. But, you know, in theory, 1 shock cone intake is good, 2 is better. I assume these would be identical. It's that way. So, let's gear up quickly. This thing is just wonderful so far. Plus, the aerodynamic profile of this is a little bit better. The wings are a little bit more closely matched to the center of gravity. Goodness, you are quick. And also, horribly erratic to control. And away we go! We're still accelerating like a rocket. And flow's decreasing. Alright, 26,000 as usual. 105. Alright, we broke our previous record, 105. You know what? I'll keep her around. I don't know if she's any better, but she, I think she looks worse, in my opinion. She does fit 2 Kerbals. And you know what? Let's actually do that one silly mission. I think it won't be much of a problem to, what was the contract to? Get this? Large landing gear. Okay, we can do that. Didn't say it had to be pretty. It just has to be done. Okay, this will be the Icarus 3. Okay. Launch. Still need to get those hotkeys in so I can press 1 and have flaps deploy and all that, but problem for another time. Future to do work on that. Yeah, she's quite good. What does the mission say exactly? Suborbital, okay. Let's get suborbital then. We're going to try to cook this thing a little bit longer at lower speeds so we can actually get more speed and then go up like crazy after that. Okay, we're already starting to die off, so go. Alright. Haul. I just have to haul it. Ding! We did it! Contract completed! How cool is this? The missions have never been so easy. Alright, now we need this to happen, something like that. And we're coming back down. We need to eventually go the other way, but that... I mean, this is not too bad. Still gaining speed. Shouldn't be. Start to be able to cut speed. There it is. Alright, and if we can start cutting speed, let's rotate back around. Whoa. Anyways, yeah, I mean, okay, I'll bring her in from here. It won't be a problem. So, mission successful. Awesome. This ugly little Icarus 3 will leave her. I'm not sure if she's better than the Icarus 1, or, sorry, Icarus 2. But she is... she lost engines around the same time. I think she might be worse. Maybe she... I'll have to look at some of the stats. Maybe, is she heavier? Is she lighter? Well, let me, we'll reconvene when I get back over to the hangar. Okay, a quick examination here. This one is 11.095 tons. By the way, I mean, it does look like it does, it cuts out on air at the same time, so I'm not sure if airflow is the problem. But if we go over to the Icarus, go back to the Icarus 2. Oh, I didn't realize that. This one is 10.775, so it is lighter. And I mean, I felt like it handled a little bit better. I think I prefer the Icarus 2. I mean, it should be lighter, it doesn't have the Mark II stuff, and the air intake appears to work just as well. Yeah, I don't know. Between the two, I guess I will stick with the Icarus 2. She's a lot of fun. And that's that. I ask not for your judgment, and before you think those terrible thoughts about me, and really those are inappropriate thoughts to be thinking, I think it could work. I have tested it. What am I going on about? Well, yeah, this is obviously a very precarious contraption. The Icarus 4B. 4A has a little bit too much weight in the rear, and just to test, I've been trying to test launch these guys, and it actually fell backwards. Like, it assumed the rocket position. It tried to go vertical before moving. And I moved the landing gear back a little bit to try to prevent that, but there is a lot of weight in the rear. I mean, considering the length of this aircraft, the center mass is about 2/3 back. That's fine. We'll try to make it work anyway. Anyways, the Icarus 4B, this is what I'm hoping will be the first... Look, it's nuts, but I tried doing both of them on the bottom and then both on the top. It doesn't work. It doesn't really... It's not nice. This has a chance. We're gonna try. We're gonna try it at least. I don't know if it's gonna work, but this is gonna try it. Because I haven't... What the heck is the point of these ramjets? For flying around super fast? No, in theory, I want to pretend I'm building an SSTO. So here we go. I am going to rely on SAS. Also, I'm not going to try to pull up too early. These are now, once again, using the medium landing gear. If I pull up too early, we're just going to crash. We can probably test it. It's airborne! Oh, alright, alright, alright. Wow. Gear up. I also have commands. 1 does these outside ones, 2 does the inside ones. Alright, it seems like it's working. So what I have here is the Cheetah engines, which are very, very good in space, which I already mentioned. The new DLC, like, medium-sized ones are very, very good engines. The double one, not the Cheetah, but the other one. I forgot the name for the moment, but that one is very good at takeoffs, and this one is very good in space. So if we already have our engines taking us into space, then let's see if we can use the ones that are good in space for that space part. And we got this. This is taking us through the takeoff process. All right, so we're getting that speed up. And at some point, we're going to tilt our nose way up and make a break for it. We want to try to get as high as we can. Come on. cut out pretty soon here. Yep. Okay, what do we got here? We got an apoapsis of 50,000, 51,000. Nice, very good. I think we can make this work. 50,000. It's not space, but we have these cheetah engines which I can kick in. They are in their own nice separate stage. Alright, Jebediah, hold on to your hat. But when do we activate? Got 50 seconds. I don't want to lose too much speed. I think we're going to go for it. Alright, let's try it out. $7,000 and climbing. Very, very shallow trajectory, but I mean, we're basically in very, very thin space. No air. There's no air at 55,000. No meaningful air. But we do have our two cheetahs. Now, I'd like to change this. I don't think this is optimal. I've been thinking about it. I want to do a tri-coupler design. I think that that would be better. Let's do a tri-coupler design. But will this work? I think it's going to. We have... Oops. I think we have the altitude. Only question remains is, can we get the... I think we're going to orbit. Now, I don't know how to come back in from space. Let's go a little bit further. Are we in space now? Very nearly. I don't know how to re-enter. We're only rated for, you know, like 1,500. But is it an SSTO? Apparently so, which is so cool. I do not think this is the optimal design. In fact, I really think that we'd be better off with only one cheetah engine. Try to minimize, like, how much oxidizer, liquid fuel. I don't know if the oxidizer versus liquid fuel combo is right. It's hard to say. We have a lot of liquid fuel left, not a lot of oxidizer, so that's actually a good thing. That means that we have enough for our jets to reactivate. Oh, it's time to go. Once we get back down. Okay. Just accelerate to this point. I mean, we are nearly there. We only have like 200 more meters per second to go. There's our periapsis. We're gonna do it. We're orbiting in space! This is so cool! SSTO! The Icarus 4B. It's all it could be to be the 4B. So it is an airplane in space. So cool. It's a terrible design. I really still think that. I think a tri-coupler, yeah. But then the diagonals, the quad thing here does really help keep stability. And this is also just a totally jerry-rigged quad. I used the 1 to 2 coupler twice, and well, I mean, you can see what I did. You know, 1 to 2 coupler, 1 to 2 coupler, and then, sorry, this is the small to wide, this is the wide to 2, this is the small to wide and wide to 2. So yeah, if you treat this as a 1 to 2 coupler, then this part is used twice. Well, in in a hierarchy. Anyways, this is awesome, but now the question is, how do we return? Can we return, in fact? That's the big question. And I would like to, if I can, return in a way which gets us back to Kerbal Space Program. I mean, Kerbal Space Center. I'm happy to do an orbit around. 30-minute trip around Kerbin. And this does mean it'll be very easy. I mean, 2300 obviously very easy to get wherever you need to go. Oh, I think we're at the point of needing to go back. Electric charge I'm not too worried about. I think we'll have that done, all done very easily. Okay, so now we have to do a little bit of work here. And this is without a load. I mean, there's no payload to this thing. I don't think an SSTO by itself is all that meaningful. Of course, you want to do something with it, like have it carry a payload. Just don't want to go back too quickly. But we're going to start, I think we got to start doing the thing here. We're not doing too much, just a light burn backwards. How do we deal with this? I'm not sure. So we're not rated for the heat to re-enter. We know our limit is around 1500 as we discovered. Do I have 600? I don't have 600 delta V. Well, I guess we'll just kick all of it in now because it's going to be the most effective here in the vacuum, which is what these engines are good at. So we'll kick in 380 here, and then I'll have to navigate the remainder, like 1800 or so, when we go in. Which means I'll want to go prograde after this is done. These engines just are, they burn very slowly. I guess that's why they're good in the vacuum. Okay, so we have our liquid fuel left. Let's turn off these engines. Go down to 0, and then activate these. Activate these, and we need to return to prograde. It's so cool watching this thing maneuver. I am a little skeptical because this speed is only going to get higher. But here we go. And we want to straighten out as well. Oh my gosh, straighten out. Oh, this is not what I wanted. Rotate. Very cool that we're just going to keep spinning. Oh man, very cool. All right, here we go. Re-entry. How does it work? Nobody knows. Let's find out. 1900. This is not good. Now the atmosphere should be thin, which will prevent... Oh no. Okay. Oops, too much. That is not what I wanted to do. Let's go prograde. Just gonna leave him on prograde, see what he does. So if we can burn off, I mean, this is... It's not exactly the controlled descent that you probably imagine, but yeah, it's gonna work. It's actually gonna work. Maybe. At some point we do need to control our vessel. Can it be recovered from? I mean, we're going slow enough now that I think the engines should just work. We need to go that way. I need my nose down! Got it, we got it, we got it, oh my god, yes! Yes! No, 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 no! Oh, we were so close. Point your nose down. Wish there was a command to just point your nose down. That's what I want here. Well, I'm just gonna abort this. Obviously, we got some work to do here, but you know, it's a start. It's a start. I don't know. Would vertical wings help a little bit on those flat spins? I guess. Couldn't hurt. But this whole design is just, it's not really... We have built an SSTO, which is still completely impractical. So, would this help? I guess, but, you know, at the same time, it's barely above the center of mass. So, not really ideal. I don't even think we need these. Do those really help? I don't know. Here we go. Because this is just funny. Okay, it needs work. We'll work on it, I'll work on it, and I'll come back. But it looks like we're going to get a second episode out of this, which is awesome. So a second episode is upcoming where we will try to, build the Icarus better. But for now, I guess I actually have managed to fill the full time just with this Icarus, which has been a very fun project. I think I will probably need to design this again from scratch. Unless I want... What I could do is a recovery craft. So, I mean, I guess the next question is, can I take the Icarus out into space with a payload and actually get her to... Yeah, I mean, basically with a payload. Full stop. Can she take something? What would she take? Like, let's just put something on her real fast. Let's pretend that she's going to carry... I mean, this is obviously a joke. I don't think this is actually going to work either. This is massive, but... Let's do something with some kind of... Yeah, let's pretend we're taking this thing. Now let's put a nose cone on it so it doesn't impede us too much. Fine, we'll do it like this. So can we take this thing? We'll call this the 2B because I don't really want to save, but we'll call it the 2B. Can we take this thing and please don't be in the same launch category? Oh no. It's got the wiggles. Well, it appears capable. Sure, it's got a lot of drag, huh? I should have used a better nose cone with it. Not even going to be 1,000. I don't think we can get into space. Yeah, no, we only got to 48,000. So that's the question. How do we build an SSTO? Well, I mean, I think the short answer is this is the Icarus, intentionally named so that we could get the data list, which is going to be our Rapier engine one, and that's probably going to solve our problems. But for now, we'll leave it here. And until the next episode, we can have a fun discussion about potential SSTOs in the comment section, on the Discord, or I guess back in the next video. Until then, thanks for watching. Stay safe and take care.